just really brilliant, and I thought it was something special, and I'm glad that we watched it together. Because welcome back to Fresh Comedy. My name is Jim, and I am so glad to see you. We're checking out Tim Dillon for the first time, and if you like Tim Dillon, make sure you like and comment so I know to watch more.
You ever look at comics who haven't been through anything and you go, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, you're too okay.
Yeah, you're like, why are you doing this?
There's so many comics who are just clever. I never laugh at clever comedy.
No.
And people do. Like, they'll do well on stage,
Yeah,
but I'm
Louis
like,
said something great once. It's like, I forget, did Louis say it? I forget who said it. I think it was Louis, where it was like, it's comedy for people who went to Vassar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was some. It might not have been Louis, but somebody. It was like that type of, where it's like it's very well thought out.
Yeah, I've never laughed at Seinfeld. Now,
yeah.
he's a great writer. I've never once laughed at
Well,
it.
here's the most brilliant thing, because he's technically one of the most brilliant comics. I'm sure he'd love me. That's sarcastic. But what the one time I really laughed at him is he did a speech for the Clio Advertising Awards where he goes, it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen him do because it was the most real. Ben can get it up. This is him being the most real I've ever. Hold on one second. This is him being the most real I've ever seen. It is one of my favorite things I've ever seen a comic do, because the thing with him is some of his jokes are so technically brilliant.
They're brilliant. He's a brilliant writer.
But there is sort of, you feel like you don't know him at all.
That's my thing. That's what I'm saying. This is just my personal opinion.
But here, if you watch this to me is one of the best things, because now I do kind of feel like I know if you watch this.
Right.
I am excited to win this. This is the award they give you when they don't think you can actually win one. But they think you've done a pretty good job and seem to have been around for quite some time. And that's how I got it. I would like to thank Ogilvy and Mather and American Express for getting me into this business. That was the first time I did it. I would like to thank my manager, George Shapiro, my incredible wife, Jessica, and Amirati for keeping me going. I love advertising because I love lying. In advertising, everything is the way you wish it was. I don't care that it won't be like that when I actually get the product being advertised, because in between seeing the commercial and owning the thing, I'm happy. And that's all I want. Tell me how great the thing is going to be. I love it. I don't need to be happy all the time. I just want to enjoy the commercial. I want to get the thing. We know the product is going to stink. We know that. Because we live in the world and we know that everything stinks. We all believe, hey, maybe this one won't stink. We are a hopeful species. Stupid, but hopeful. But we're happy in that moment between the commercial and the purchase. And I think spending your life trying to dupe innocent people out of hard-won earnings to buy useless, low-quality, misrepresented items and services is an excellent use of your energy.
That's different than what he does.
That's right. This is why I love it. Here, keep watching. This is great.
Because a brief moment of happiness is pretty good. I also think that just focusing on making money and buying stupid things is a good way of life. I believe materialism gets a bad rap. It's not about the amount of money. Nothing's better than a Bic pen, a VW Beetle, or a pair of regular Levi's. If your things don't make you happy, you're not getting the right things. This will all be in my new book, Soulful Materialism, which is in the planning stages at this moment. I have always wanted a Clio. I don't know much about it, but I know it's a good award, because in 1991 they screwed up this whole presentation and there were a bunch of awards left over, and all of these ad people here climbed up onto the stage and tried to grab them. So to me, that says this means something. That really happened, and it's my all-time favorite award show occurrence because it was so honest. People just said, I want a damn Clio, and they went for it. And that is why I am happy right now. I got this. I didn't really win it, but I got it. And tomorrow, I don't know where this is going to be. It'll be somewhere. Eventually, I'll be dead. Someone will just take it or sell it or throw it out. That's fine. I'm happy now. The same way those executives were in 1991 when they ran onto this stage and grabbed trophies that weren't theirs.
This is great.
But it trumped up their phony careers and meaningless lives. So thank you all.
I mean,
for
it's
this
like,
great
so that
honor
I
for
saw
all
that and I
your
was like,
great
this
work.
is like this moment.
It's real
Yeah, it's totally real
and dark.
and dark.
But he's not. I've watched him a million times.
Yeah, it's not
and
his usual thing.
It's safe and it's not.
One of my first experiences with stand-up growing up on a regular basis, because I had seen a couple things growing up, like Martin Lawrence's You So Crazy, a couple things like that. But the first time I got regular exposure to stand-up comedy was Seinfeld and the openings he would do to the Seinfeld show. If you haven't seen Seinfeld, it's a lot like in Louis, where Louis C.K. kind of opens the show with some stand-up. And I always really like that. And I've seen specials of his, and I really enjoyed them. But it is clean, but it's brilliant. It's almost... What this set with Jerry reminds me of, with the darkness and his brilliance, it actually really reminds me of George Carlin. I'd like to hear what you think about it, because quite frankly, I think that I want this from Jerry Seinfeld from now on. He's not going to do it. He's too much of a... I mean, he thinks that it's funny just to wear a suit. So, I doubt he's going to do that. But I love the realism and like darkness to that humor. Just really brilliant, and I thought it was something special, and I'm glad that we watched it together, because it really lets you see that just because somebody decides to do one type of material doesn't mean that they can't do another type of material. Like Jim Gaffigan, he likes to talk about, food, right? He can do Hot Pockets, but I'm sure if he wanted, he could write some really filthy garbage. Same with like Brian Regan, right? So who are your favorite clean comics? Let me know down there. Maybe you're a blue-collar comedy kind of person. Let me know. Let's talk about it. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys in the comments. Do me a favor. If you're still watching, that means you like me, and I like you. So hit that subscribe button. And I've got some videos right here. Go watch them. Have a nice day.